Welcome to this episode of Video Soup, where we take your media ingredients, mix them all up, and create a fabulously functional video. Here's today's clip. Hi, here's a little clip of me dressed as a unicorn, because why not? Isn't that a great clip? Who doesn't love a unicorn headband? Okay, so today we're going to be adding my logo to the top corner of that video. It's really useful to be able to add your logo to your own stuff, because obviously then wherever it gets shared, everyone still knows that it's your content. So that's got to be a good thing. And it doesn't take long to do either. You'll see that because I'm going to record this pretty much live off the bat as it goes along. Unless something goes drastically wrong, then I might clip some stuff out. But generally I want it to be pretty much real time. Okay, so the first thing to do is open up my editor, which is over here in the corner. Double click on that. Okay, and then the first thing that it gives me the option for is the screen ratio. You have to choose the right screen ratio to match what you want to do. And the clip that we're working on today, I took it with my phone and I took it portrait. So we are going to be choosing 9:16, and then I'm going to go into full mode. Full mode is good because it lets you work with different tracks, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. But tracks allow you to put two things side by side at the same time without them kind of getting in the way of each other. So here goes. Let's press full mode. And it opens up. And it will give you some content that you can play around with already. There it is. I'm actually going to delete that. So on the keyboard, I've just pressed Control and A for all, and then I can press delete. In other videos, I'm going to go over some stuff that the keyboard does actually, because there's a lot of stuff that it does and it's not obvious. I must say that 10 times a day. They don't make it obvious. So I'm going to go through some of those. Okay, for today, the first thing I want to do is find my video that I want to play with. So in the top corner, I've got a little thing that says Import Media over here at the left-hand side. So I'm going to press that, and it lets me choose my files. So again, click that. And now you can see all my secrets, all my files. So, I think the one I want today is under here. There I am. Me as a unicorn. Okay, so that is my clip in there. The next thing I want, I'm going to go to Import Media Files again. And this time, I want to find my logo. There we go. So you can see here on the left in my ingredients pot, this is where I've done my shopping and I've got my ingredients ready. You can see the clip and you can see the logo. And at the moment, if I click on either of those, they come up on the other side, on the preview side, for you to see what they actually look like. And you can see that they make them the same size. So one of them is not going to fit on the other yet. But just wait till the magic happens. The first step is to talk about these tracks down here at the bottom. This is your pot, your mixing pot, where you're actually going to put all your ingredients together. So these tracks over here, let me just show you on the left at the bottom. Hopefully you can see my mouse moving. This is track 1, where there is going to be some video and some audio. Then underneath it a little way is track 2, where we can have video and audio as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my main video on track 1. I'm then going to put my logo on track 2. Okay, so there they all are, sitting together, not looking like they're getting on very well, but panic not. Now, have a quick look at the bottom of this screen and just see how these actually sit there on the tracks. The yellowy numbers going across, that's the timeline. And at the bottom down here, I can actually press the plus sign to zoom in and see all that time in much greater detail. So as I press the plus sign, you can now see that the numbers are way more spaced out. We can actually zoom into the detail of this now. So what I want to do is obviously make everything sit together. And I want it to sit together all the time for the whole clip. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my logo last for as long as my video, which means lining them up along those seconds, along that timeline. So I'm going to click on my logo at the bottom down there on its track, and then I'm going to stretch it by pulling the very end of it all the way so that it's level with the video clip. So that logo will now be on top of the video for the entire clip. Just as a point of interest, obviously, because my logo isn't a video, it doesn't have any audio. So this part over here on the left again, track 2, we've got something in the video, but nothing in the audio. So that's correct. That's as it should be, just as a point of interest. Okay. So now over here on this preview section, we can see that my logo is going to take up quite a lot of room. But we do have the white circles around the edge. And as I put my mouse over my logo, it changes. First of all, it's pointy arrow. When you move it over your logo, it becomes one of those 4-way arrow things that mean you can move it around. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to push it up to the top. It's getting to the point where you can't see the top. So let's go to the edge and push this bar upwards so we can see the top of the video, the top of the finished video, if you like. Now I can use the white blob in the corner to shrink my logo down, like so. I quite like it there, actually. It fits in between like the edge and my unicorn horn. Usually you'd probably want it a bit smaller than that. I don't know. I think I'm going to go in the middle, like that. Okay. So let's do a little preview of what it looks like. So just so we can all see, I'm going to press the undock button. Most editors, I'm guessing, will have one of those. It just lets you take the preview section out of its box and show you the whole screen. And then we can dock it back on afterwards. Okay, so now I've got me with my logo in the corner. Let's play and see what it looks like. Hi, here's a little clip of me dressed as a unicorn, because why not? Absolutely, why not? Okay, so that's good. So the logo didn't move whilst the video did. However, now that I've seen that, I do actually think, let me just dock it back on again in the corner so it now sits back in my editor. I do actually think now I've seen it needs to be a bit bigger. So in the track section, I'm going to click on that track, on that logo, and then in the preview section you can see those white blobs again in the corners and everything. So I can move it, make it bigger. Okay, let's say that we're happy with that and we like what we've done. Now comes the end result. We're going to click produce, which on my editor is at the top here. There we go. Now, this particular screen can get quite complicated. So we'll just have a quick little look at what it's actually chosen for us in terms of how it's going to make this video file. So the file extension it's chosen is MP4, which is a pretty standard video file name. And then the profile name down here ends in 3 megabits per second. That's not great quality, so whilst this won't come out looking absolutely perfect, it will probably be a little bit fuzzy. It's not going to take up much room in terms of like on your hard drive, or it won't take long to upload to social media or something like that. If we click on that list, you can actually see it will go into better quality. So you could have 6 megabits per second. It won't make it great quality, but it'll be better than 3. So let's choose 6. There we go. So that's kind of telling it how you want it to actually produce, what sort of quality level you want and what format you want as well. Now, underneath the preview part, we have export folder. I'm going to click the dots next to export folder, and that then allows me to choose where I'm going to save my finished video. Now, choosing where to save can be a bit complicated. And again, another video really of mine will be all about file management and how to find stuff that you haven't found for a long time and how to make sure you save stuff correctly so that you can find it another time. For today, I'm just going to nip into my YouTube channel folder and head into Video Soup and call it Unicorn Clip with Logo. Sounds sensible, doesn't it? Underneath that, you've got there Save as Type MP4, which echoes what we asked it to do over here, where it said file extension before that as well. So that's good. That's all done correctly. Then we press Save. And at the moment, all that's going to do is actually change this export folder at the bottom. Once that's changed to what you've just told it to do, you're all set. And we can press Start down the bottom here. On your editor, you might have something like Produce or Create or something similar. So I'm going to press Start. Woo, that's a quick one because it's only short. There we go. And now we should actually be able to press Open File Location over here where it says it's done. And it should show us where we've just asked it to save. And there it is, my unicorn clip with logo. So I'm really chuffed with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in another Video Soup episode. Hi, here's a little clip of me dressed as a unicorn, because why not?